Hello, everybody. Welcome to another program, another day with Pastor Sunday. And my guest today is my closest friend, I think. I think he's the closest person to me apart from my wife. We have known each other for, I think, about 20 years now, maybe over 20 years. We started together with Pastor Rufus in Minsk when I was a student, and we were in the underground church together. And today, he's a pastor living in Latvia, while I live in Ukraine, pastoring here. Pastor Rufus, welcome to Ukraine.
Thank you, sir.
And welcome to the Daily Word with Pastor Sunday. Now, what do you know about Pastor Sunday? Because not too many people have read the book, which is my biography, where you had written a whole chapter almost. And the question that is on the mind of most everybody watching this program, especially on YouTube, and on Facebook, is who is Pastor Sunday? What do you know Pastor Sunday to be?
We met with Pastor Sunday exactly 1988 when I first came here to study.
So that's 22
years ago.
Wow, I thought it's almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 22
years
ago.
Now, my God.
Yes, and my first experience with Pastor Sunday is really very exciting because I came not knowing what to expect here when I first came to the former Soviet Union, because I knew that the underground church, the Christians here, it is impossible to practice of faith openly. So when I came, I didn't even know really what to expect. The first Christian I met when I came to the former Soviet Union was Pastor Sunday, who was coming to visit the hostels when new student comes in, so that he could be able to invite the Christians among them to join the underground church, the underground fellowship, student fellowship. So that was the first time I met Pastor Sunday. And it was really overwhelming, very shining and very appealing. And then he invited me to his house, to his hostel. I went to visit him. Of course, my first impression about him was
negative.
Very negative, because I thought that he's too lousy, he's too loud, and because I come from the background that a serious Christian shouldn't be laughing as much as he was doing. And of course, also I was looking for his Bible, and I never saw a Bible very close. I saw his Bible was somewhere under. I was saying that he's even hiding his Bible. I've forgotten that I came to a country where it is impossible to openly practice your faith. You have to be wise. So, that was the first experience I had with him. But as I got to know him more and more, I saw the passion for God, the love for God, the love for people. Because every time I come to visit him, there are always people around him. People is very interested to be around him. He's really very motivative. He motivates people. He is very interesting to listen to him. He's very convincing when he speaks. So those are the things I begin to notice, and I saw that I made a mistake, because this man I thought is not a genuine Christian. He happens to even be more serious. He happened to be more even passionate about God than I was that time. So that was the time we began to fellowship together. And actually, I used to go to him once a week. We have prayer meeting together, and it has been very, very good for me to be around him all this year, because fellowshipping with him has really sharpened me and has kept me through all those periods we spent in the former Soviet Union, especially the first part before the time of what they call perestroika came, where people could openly then confess their faith. So it has been very interesting.
That is the reason why you were thinking that I was not a Christian, or not a serious Christian, was because you got saved in the same church where I got saved.
Yes.
And we will not mention the name of the church, but the church basically is a church where you could not use perfume.
Yes.
You could not shake a lady's hand.
You could not use ring.
You could not use ring. You could not use cream.
Yes.
And it's a church that's so conservative that ladies couldn't take care of their hair. they have to cover their head, and some other things. So when you saw me so free and so open, and then, you know, even laughing, you couldn't laugh outside.
No, that is worldliness.
that was worldliness.
Yeah.
And here was this guy that was totally different.
Yes.
So, and you know, I will tell you that I had the same impression when I came to Soviet Union first, and I met another guy who became a mentor and a leader to me. That he was using perfume, he was even having television in his room.
that was
what killed it for me. How could you have television as a believer? So I thought that the guy was not born again until I got to know him closer. Then I discovered that he was the most spiritual and the most dedicated Christian I'd ever met in my life to that time.
That was the same thing that happened to me after meeting with you and fellowshipping with you for a while. Because, you judge by outward appearance is very deceptive. And from that time, I learned to really be very careful and understand that you don't judge people by the outward. Just like God, the Bible said that God looks into the heart. He doesn't see like people see. So that was my first encounter with Pastor Sunday, and it delivered me from religious thinking.
Well, Pastor Rufus, this week, in fact, I want to encourage all of you to go ahead and call your friends and invite them to talk with us, with Pastor Rufus this week. Because Pastor Rufus will be able to tell you things about Pastor Sunday that even Pastor Sunday himself doesn't know about himself. He knows me in and out, like few people know. So let's come back tomorrow to continue this conversation. Thank you.